The Treksperts quiz would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which this show is created. We pay our respects to elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people today.
Double T Media.
You're listening to BQN. Assimilate the audio.
Hello, and welcome to the Treksperts Quiz Live, a Double T Media production here on the BQN network of podcasts. Wow, okay, so going live for the first time. This was a snap decision, by the way. We were not going to do this live, but then literally yesterday, after a few espresso martinis, I thought, why the hell not do a live show? It's a lot of fun. And I did spring that on today's contestants as well. They were not sure that we were going live, but hey, we're here now and we're going to have a lot of fun. I can see a few of you in the chat there. I can see we've got the wonderful Lee Whitby, and we've also got Apple TVs for all mankind's Matt Jennings, the one, the only, also from the BQN. Welcome to the show, and good old Ricard Picardo has joined us as well. So come on in, get cozy in the chat, play along. We'll be interacting with you in the chat, so feel free to shout out answers, especially if the contestants are getting it wrong today. Just before we begin, I would also like to give a big shout out to all of the BQN Network patrons, including our special associate producers who are also here today to take on a battle. That is Lars from the Red Shirt Geeks. We've also got Matt Harker and Jason Anderson from the TNG novel, Available Light. That's right. So thank you so much. If you would like to become a patron of the network and enjoy some exclusive network perks, please head on over to patreon.com/BQN. It is an all good things battle today. One of my favorite BQN podcasts. I've named it after that because when it comes to Star Trek really is just a whole bunch of good things. It's just all good things. So we got a quiz today that is going to span the entire franchise from TOS era right through to the Kurtzman era. So we've got a lot of Trek coming your way. But before we do that, let's meet one of my absolute favorite co-hosts, adjudicators, and scorekeepers. It's MC Frotus. MC, are you there? Come on in. Hailing frequencies open. Hello, welcome back. You are such a regular now. And you've not only, look, everyone, MC, you may have picked up on this from some of our more recent episodes, but MC is not just a prolific scorekeeper and adjudicator, but also our lead quiz researcher and fun fact finder, for want of a better term. So you put together some tough quizzes. You haven't put together today's quiz, but you found some fun facts. Yeah. And thank you, Lee, for enjoying the Pride badge. It's become, that's why I don't do virtual backgrounds anymore. I want the Pride badge to be front and center. But yes, MC, yes, your fun facts, I've seen some of them in there. You're always, and you've even got it off the cuff fun facts too. So so MC, before we meet our associate producers and Trekspert contestants for today, what is your favorite era of Star Trek and why?
Would be lying to everybody if I didn't say it's the Kelvinverse. I love it. It's what brought me into Star Trek. So it's got that just special place in my heart where it's like, I know it's not the best, but it's my favorite.
Fair enough. No, it's all right. Look, I watched some of the Kelvinverse movies whilst I was traveling recently, and you know what? They're a good time. They're good popcorn flick fun. So That is all good. I think it's perfectly fine to be a Kelvin fan. Yeah. Oh, we had you muted for a moment there, but everyone can hear MC now. That's the joy of live internet television, everyone. It's so good. And that was my fault that you were muted. So.
Oh, okay. I was worried for a second.
Yeah, you're a miss. No, look, let's get this show on the road. So I am going to engage the Voyager transporter and bring in all three of our Treksperts. Lars, Matt, and Jason, there you all are, looking devilishly handsome, all three of you. Welcome to the show. I'm going to start with Matt. Matt, what's your favorite era of Trek and why?
Oh, I would have to say TNG. Just, it's where I started at, 10 years old. Always will be my home base.
So specifically TNG or the Berman era? Are we calling it the TNG era? Or
TNG.
Just TNG. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
TNG.
Yeah. Some people kind of expand it out to be that whole TNG to Enterprise era, but maybe finish halfway through Voyager. And Jason, what about you? What's your favorite era and why?
Honestly, probably the same as Matt. It's funny because I was thinking when MC said, I really generally believe it's the Star Trek that gets you in, that, sticks with you for most people. And so I feel like exactly the same as what Matt said. At TNG, when I was in 8th grade after school, I was like, what is this? And ever since then, it's been my favorite. So probably same. I don't want to say the Berman era because for various reasons, but I also didn't go that far, I think, so it wouldn't be fair to say all of his stuff, but yeah, that's mine.
Excellent. And Lars, what about you, mate? What's your favorite era?
Has always been TNG, although I'm kind of teetering a little bit on the edge about Lower Decks being my favorite. But to be fair, there can be no Lower Decks without TNG. I mean, it's basically the hugest love letter to Star Trek that has ever been written. But TNG was the series that on Friday nights I'd come home and I would sit there, during the fall and whatnot and watch this new series, and it ignited my love for Star Trek.
Beautiful. Whatever your era, whatever your reasons, it is all good things, and all Trek is good Trek. Feel free to sound off in the chat as well as to what your favorite era is and why. And we've got a little compliment here for Matt, from one Matt to another. Matt Jennings is loving your Strange New Worlds Captain Tunic, by the way. You've got a hit on you there. So, you three are in for a bit of a treat, because this is not it could be a treat, it could be a curse, but this is not a razor-focused quiz like we normally do. This is all good things. So we are going to go from TOS right through to modern-day Trek today. So we'll see where your strengths and your weaknesses lie. I think we should get straight into it, though. Don't you? So we're going to start with round one, which is the TOS era. All right. So round one. Lee has just chimed in with Voyager. I know Lee is a bit of a Voyager man. That doesn't surprise me at all. All right, so round one, hands on buzzers. Feel free to play along in the chat. These three have done a pinky promise and a Scout's honor that they won't be cheating by looking in the chat. All right, hands on buzzers, everyone. Let's play the Treksperts quiz. Super easy question to start with, and probably the easiest question of the whole game. In the original series, a blue uniform represents which department?
Jason?
Science and medical.
That is correct.
That is correct. Well done. That is a point.
On
In
the
fact,
board.
In fact, we're doing TOS error, so I should have done this.
Verified.
Well done. Good first question. All right. So the second question. What is the name of the illegal substance that Harry Mudd used to enhance the looks of Mudd's women? Anyone in the chat know? I'm going to give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's what happens when you get 3 TNG fans.
Yeah, right.
Unable to comply.
We were very clear our strengths, I think.
That's all right. It was the Venus drug. Obviously.
Didn't stand a chance.
All right. There was going to be a bonus point for whoever got that. So I will read out the bonus question, so the point will still be up for grabs. What? Sorry, I'm just laughing. Brandy or red? Matt Jennings said red gushes, and Ricard said brandy. Sure. Why not? All right. So the bonus question for this was: what was the name of Mudd's wife?
Matt?
Stella?
Verified.
That is correct. Stella! Harcourt, Fenton Mudd, what have you been up to?
Ah,
All right, good work. That's a point for Matt and a point for Jason so far. Will Jason get the next? Will Lars get the next question? Question 3. What was the name of the bully from Kirk's Academy days who liked to play pranks on him?
Lars?
and again,
Verified.
It was Finnegan. Well done.
Get them.
There we go. We got a point each on the board. That's a good start.
At least it's not a shutout.
hey, Jimmy boy.
Yeah. Story I probably haven't told on the pod for a while, but Shore Leave, the episode with Finnegan, was the first episode of Star Trek I watched ever. And somehow that launched a lifetime of devotion. I don't know.
This giant rabbit has me intrigued.
Exactly.
I had to be it, as I was the hook.
Oh dear. And thank you everyone in the chat for enjoying my stellar impersonation earlier, by the way.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, question 4. The slingshot method of time travel was first used in which TOS episode? Ooh.
Lars?
Assignment Earth.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. Afraid not.
Not
I'll
a
open-
bad guess, though.
Yeah, not a bad.
I was
yeah.
going to guess that, actually.
Yeah. That was a very convenient use of it, but it was not the first use of it.
I had a 50-50 on it, and I
And Matt Jennings, I do agree. Finnegan was low-key cute. He's a handsome fella.
For the 60s, yeah.
For the 60s, yeah. I don't know. It's back. It's all back. You can see why certain people were sex symbols at their time. All right, so we got
Unable to comply.
the slingshot method of time travel was used for the first time in Tomorrow Is Yesterday. One where they get the guy in the fighter jet. That's a fighter jet, by the way.
Yeah, I knew the 2 episodes. I took a step or took a swing and.
All good. All right, no one got that one. We're still on a point each. Question 5. Who designed the computers on board the Enterprise in TOS?
Matt?
Computers. I thought the answer was going to go in a different direction. It wasn't Jeffries, which was what I wanted to say.
Oh no! Is that your answer?
Oh.
Incorrect.
We're going to have to take it off you. I will open the buzzer again.
Lars?
Daystrom?
Verified.
It was Dr. Richard Daystrom. Dr. Richard Daystrom. Well done. Of the Daystrom Institute. Okay, question 6. What did the Jack the Ripper entity feed on?
Lars?
Fear.
Verified.
Fear, indeed. It came through a little muffled in my headset just then, and I thought you said beer. But I'm not
I mean, considering that planet they were on, like it could have been. That's such a weird episode where it's just like Scotty's turned misogynistic randomly, like because that's the start of the episode before Jack the Ripper comes into it.
All right. Your first question, 7 of 9, has 3 points up for grabs. What year did TOS debut in North America? What year did it finish in North America? And what year did the animated series debut in North America?
Lars?
1966, 1969, and 1974.
Data insufficient.
You got the first 2 right. So I'm going to clear the buzzer and let one of the other 2 have a go at the other. Whoop.
Jason?
I'm going to say 73.
Verified.
Well done.
Yeah. Well done. It was 1973. So close, Lars. So close. But it's certainly cemented an early lead for you. All right, we've got 2 more questions. And we're going to move slightly animated series. It was a good segue, that last question. The last 2 questions are focused on the animated series. What was the name of Spock's pet sailot?
Come on, an obsession of Boimler's.
Yes, that's right. It has been referenced recently.
I love Boimler.
Oh. I've got Garrick's pet in my head. Oh.
Anyone want to take a guess?
Can't remember.
No.
You can picture it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Clearly, you guys don't read the same fan fiction as I do, because it comes up a lot.
We did just have a guess in chat from Ricard Picardo. Fluffy. I think.
I was going to say the same thing.
No, if we go back in time.
This is Vulcan for.
Yeah, exactly. Ichaya is definitely Vulcan for. Yeah. Ichaya sounds like the original, smartphone pet, by the way. It's sort of.
Or like one of those little Digimon things.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Vulcan tea. And every cycle off that. Good cup of.
All right. Now, whilst we all take a sip on our Ichaya, we will ask the last question. Final question for this round. Who was the only TOS actor not to reprise their role in the animated series?
Lars?
James Doohan?
Incorrect.
Incorrect, I'm afraid. James Doohan was there, so I'm going to open the buzzer again.
Matt?
Walter Koenig?
Verified.
Well done. It's a point for Matt.
Good job. I just couldn't buzz it.
Although we have...
Oh, I was...
we have an MC fun fact. Whilst he does not reprise his role, he did write The Infinite Vulcan. Or what's it also known as, MC?
The Giant Spock episode.
The Giant Spock episode.
And Jimmy Doohan was so in the animated series because he voiced everybody who wasn't the main crew.
Yes,
Well,
thank
they
you.
all did that. Like, you could tell which one they had on each episode because they would voice the other people.
Yeah,
You know?
Major Barrett did a lot of them too. But yes, Ricard, almost at the same time MC jumped in there. Like James did all the voices.
I just feel like Tony Stark when he brought Pepper Potts strawberries, and she's like, "What's the one thing that I'm allergic to in this whole world?" It's strawberries, and he's like, "Well, I remember strawberries."
All right, that is the end of the TOS era, which I'm sure you're all very grateful for. MC, what are we on? Where are the scores at?
So we didn't do too badly in the TOS round, despite all of these TNG era lovers. We have Matt and Jason tied for 2, and Lars is in the lead with 5.
Okay, all right. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
A nice, healthy lead, Lars. A nice, healthy lead. But I think the true competition is about to begin as we go into...
Oh, it's going to get bloodthirsty.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a blood sport now. It is going to be round 2, the Berman era. All right. We are back for... That was beautiful. Thank you for that little dance, Jason.
I'm pretending. This is my favorite one.
But before we dive in, Jason, I got to tell you, I read Available Light.
Did you see me?
I did. Yes, the one time your name was used.
It was used the entire chapter.
It was used the entire chapter. Yes, and you said Dayton. If you ask Dayton Ward to be in one of his books, he will kill you. But you you didn't die.
Spoiler alert for those of you that haven't read it yet. Yes, I was supposed to die and never died. Although, as someone recently told me, now that everybody's died, I probably died. But yeah, anyway.
Oh, good. Anyway, it was actually a very good book, so thank you for the recommendation. So, Jason is in it by name. Available Light by Dayton Ward. Go and check it out. All right, so we're about to dive into round 2, the Berman era. Just in time for Councillor Amy Nelson to arrive in the chat. Hello, Amy. Good to see you there.
Amy.
All right, let's get your hands on buzzers. Let's dive into the Berman era. Relatively easy one to start again. Danab 4 was home to which outpost?
Jason?
PowerPoint station.
That is correct.
That is correct. Picked up the first point of the round. Well done, Jason.
Traditionally, that's my only really, point.
Yeah, I just like to start the round and then just let everyone else enjoy themselves.
I don't want to have a no-show round.
Good work. Question 2 comes from DS9. Who was Captain Sisko's Starfleet friend turned marquee sympathizer? You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yes. I can see him.
Can you hear the voice? Can you hear the voice?
Yeah, I can see him.
Sisko's Starfleet friend turned marquee sympathizer. I think he was more than a sympathizer. Oh,
Lars?
I'm going to say Eddington.
Negative.
It wasn't Eddington. Remember, if you know it in the chat, feel free to jump in. These guys can't see what you're saying. Anyone? Matt, Jason? Matt Jennings reckons he knows it. Oh, well, he's also...
it's a command.
Matt Jennings thinks he knows it, but he's also putting frowny faces, which probably means it's on the tip of his tongue like it is for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm just glad it's past Kelvin's bedtime.
Oh, so we've got Glenn Thompson, first ever contestant on Treksperts quiz in the chat. Yes, okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Unable to comply.
Glenn and Matt Jennings, you got it right. It was Cal Hudson.
Cal Hudson. Yeah.
Oh dear. All right. It was a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Next one's a little easier. It's a Voyager question. What was the name of the ship that Seven of Nine's parents studied the Borg in?
Matt?
The Raven.
That is correct.
That's so Raven. It was indeed.
It's the
It's
SS
also my
Bad
Halloween
Parents.
costume.
The SS Bad Parents.
Terrible parenting.
Yeah, the SS meddling with canon and timelines as well is what I like to think of it as. All right, well done. Picking up Matt and Jason, you're hot on Lars's heels here. Doing well, doing well. All right. Question 4 is an Enterprise question. What never fully seen character on Enterprise adopted an unofficial ship's counselor role?
Lars?
Jeff?
That is correct.
That is correct. It was Chef. Again, it's slightly distorted. I thought I heard Jeff. But I was like, I'm sure he said Chef.
That's his real name. Jeff the Chef.
Jeff the chef.
Jeff the Chef.
We're getting some good Raven jokes here as well. Her parents are Nevermore. Very funny, Ricard.
Never more the raven.
All right. Question. Oh, actually, so what's our fun fact here for this one, by the way, MC?
The closest thing we get to an appearance of Chef was Riker playing him in the holodeck program, and These Are the Voyages.
That everybody loved. Everybody.
Oh, best episode of Enterprise, hands down.
Oh, dear. You know what? It could have been better if it wasn't. If Riker was perhaps on the Titan at the time or something like that and struggling with his command there, as opposed to being set during such a random Season 7 episode of TNG. Anyway, I'll get off that soapbox. We could probably spend all day on it.
We definitely could.
All right, so question 5. In TNG's final season, which warp propulsion scientist was mentioned several times but never seen?
Lars?
Leah Brahms?
Negative.
It was not Leah Brahms, I'm afraid. Clear the buzzer. Matt, Jason.
Matt?
Oh, never mind. It was was not
Just
a
say it.
propulsion scientist.
No.
Shot, man.
Dalen Quaist.
Shot.
Talon Quest. No.
Negative.
Dalen Quaist, one of Beverly's friends.
No, it was not Talon Quest. Jason.
Jason?
I'm gonna go with the Traveler.
Negative.
No. And yes, Amy did point out Amy did point out we saw Leah on screen. No, in Season 7, they regularly mention the warp propulsion scientist, Dr. Fassbinder.
Okay.
Okay. No, it's just... I was expecting some, oh yeah, moments there, but I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. It was an obscure one. All right, let's move on to question 6. What was a common Bajoran slur for Cardassians?
Jason?
Spoonhead.
That is correct.
Yes, I referred to
I
them.
thought it was an O'Brien slur.
Yes.
Maybe he did it too.
I don't know. That was an official question in one of my trivia books, so which they sell on StarTrek.com. So I'm assuming that it has to be legitimate. Yes. Amy is commenting on the deep cut that was the Dr. Fassbinder, and you got to have these deep cuts, Amy, because how else are we going to find out who is truly the Trekspert amongst us?
Not I.
All right.
And I've lost everything. I've lost my entire system here. I've lost all display. All of it. I can see nothing.
Oh no! Are you still with us?
Yeah, I can hear you, and I'm sure you can see me. And
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, not now. He's frozen.
Oh no! The joys of
Oh, dear.
live TV. Lars has vanished. He's frozen.
Well, it was
on
fun while it lasted. I guess it's just me and Matt. No, just...
Oh dear. All right. I mean, I don't have a contingency for this happening apart from maybe just doing a little song, a little dance. Does anyone like to request a song?
Yeah, we can wait for a little while,
We can
right?
vamp for a little bit, yeah.
Out of let's banter whilst Lars gets back up in the room. So before we said most favorite era, Matt, least favorite.
Ooh, make some enemies. Yeah, get some hate mail.
I would have to say Enterprise.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why is that?
In fact, I don't think I ever completely finished. It was either the third or the fourth season. I just got bored with the Zindi storyline, and I dipped in and out of it around that time. And I don't think I ever went back and picked it up.
Yeah, I never watched it fully originally, probably not until like 5 years after it finished on TV, to be perfectly honest.
I was later than that, I think, because everybody had like bashed it so much. I think I was like, oh, I'll watch it someday. And actually, I think the thing with that is like it wasn't as bad as I expected it to be because everybody had bashed it so much. But...
Amy's requesting a rendition of a song from Subspace Rhapsody. Which, Amy, tell us which song you might like to hear, and we'll get Jason to sing it.
No, we won't. I've seen that episode like once.
I've only seen that episode once, so
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Whilst Amy makes her request, Jason, what's your least favorite era and why?
Oh, I feel bad because it's somebody here is that cheap? I don't know.
it's okay to say the Kelvin verse. I've heard it before.
I don't want to. It's not personal, but here's the thing with the Kelvin. And here's the thing: it's not that I think the movies are bad. Like they're totally watchable. They're great action movies. They're and I do actually, frankly, love how it expanded. The universe, like everybody, you brought so many fans in, and all that stuff's great. It's just for me, it's not the Star Trek that it's just some of the stuff they did were nice homages, like you were saying, Lower Decks is, especially I'm thinking like when Leonard Nimoy died, and they did that scene at the beginning of one of the Kelvin movies, and like I think they did a really good job there, but in certain ways.
He's back.
And Zachary Quinto. He's
back.
Very nice. Anyway,
Yay.
so I'll say that.
Oh, good. You want to get back in the buzzer, Lars?
Yes, sir. I am back.
You are back. You are fully back. All right. Okay. Have you got your hand back on the buzzer?
Yes.
Back and fully functional.
All right.
Yeah. Fully functional.
Okay, so I'm going to take a point away from Jason now.
Yeah, see, this is why I didn't want to. He forced me to go forward.
Oh, good. Welcome back, and thank you for everyone in the chat for hanging around with us. And Amy, if you had requested an actual Subspace Rhapsody song, I totally would have sung it because I know them all very well.
You do?
Oh yeah. Musical soundtracks stick in my brain like you would not believe because raging homosexual.
Normally for me too, but not those. I mean, they're good. They're fine.
All right, let's get back into this. All right, so that made for a bit of fun. Our question 7 of 9 is up next. It's another year question, and I want this in order. What years did TNG, DS9, Voyager, and Enterprise first debut in the US?
Matt?
87.
Correct.
94.
Incorrect, but keep going.
97. And 2000.
Oh, all of the last ones were incorrect. 87 was right to start with, so you'll get a point for that.
Data.
So I'm still looking. I'm going to clear the buzzer.
Lars?
93, 96, and 2001.
Insufficient data.
93 and 2001 are correct, so you get 2 points. Jason, what year did Voyager debut?
I'm going to say 95 because everybody's guessed around.
That is correct.
There you go. We're good.
Thank you, everybody else that went ahead of me.
It's the musical chairs episode where everyone's a winner.
Share the wealth. Make it rain.
Yeah. And we had some good guesses in there from Glenn Thompson. So he was almost on the money. 87, 92, 94, and 2001, he said. All right. So let's move on to the last 2 questions of the Berman era. Who was the leader of the Makos aboard the Enterprise?
Lars?
Colonel Hayes.
That is correct.
Ooh.
Yep. I just realized. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I will stand by and take the loss. It's definitely technically incorrect.
MC, I need your adjudication here.
I mean, I would go with right, I think. Yeah, because I mean, like, the most important part is correct.
Yeah, so we'll give it to you. We'll
That is correct.
reaffirm that computer confirmation. I mean, the official answer is Major Hayes, but
Yep.
yeah.
I was thinking it was getting between like Major Kira and Colonel,
Yeah,
Anyways.
it's all right. You just suffered an emergency restart of the warp core, and you're a little frazzled. So we'll give it to you.
And you wanted to give him a promotion.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah. Hayes was, like MC said, I think Hayes was the most important.
All right. Final question for this round. What was the name of the training program that Seska used as a deadly holonovel? Lee Whitby, if you're still in the chat, I reckon you might know this one. I think Glenn could know it too. You know the storyline I'm referring to, right? Yep. Nods
Yeah.
all around. Yep. The name of the training program that Seska used as a deadly holonovel.
It's a deep cut, dude. Deep cut.
Glenn Thompson's got it. He's so good. He's so good.
He is good.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Unable to comply.
It was Insurrection Alpha. Well done, Glenn, for getting that. I feel like next time we do one of these live ones, MC, we should have a separate score tracker for the chat to see if the chat how many points the
Love
chat
it.
get. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Okay. So that's it for the Berman era. MC, what's the leaderboard look
Thank
like?
Again, a pretty even round. So we have Matt with 2, Jason with 3, and Lars with 4, making the grand totals Matt with 4, Jason with 5, and Lars with 9.
Hey. Maintaining that healthy lead, Lars. Well done.
Thank you.
Let's go into our third round, which is the Kurtzman era. All right. Lars, Kurtzman era. Do you think you will be able to hold on to the lead with New Trek?
Let's go with no.
You'll be pleasantly surprised. If
That's all right.
If it happens, then somebody somewhere really likes me.
All right. Well, let's test your knowledge of modern Trek. Hands on buzzers. First question. Where was Captain Philippa Georgiou born?
Matt?
Malaysia.
That is correct.
That is correct. Both character and actor were Malaysian. Well done. Question 2. Rebecca Romaine and her character Una are both fans of which musical duo?
Jason?
Gilbert and Sullivan.
That is correct.
You got there in the end.
I was tongue-tied for a second. I know Gilbert and Sutherland. I've gotten that wrong on here before.
I'd amaze them
someone
with all my renditions of Gilbert and Sullivan. Sorry, I just wanted a chance to do that.
Someone referenced it like one of the last times, and I said something, and I said the wrong comedy duo. So I'm glad I got it right this time.
I'd love to know who you said, like Bill and Ted or something like that by mistake.
Oh, I think I said like
Wild Stallion.
I said like the musical. What is Rodgers and Hammerstein or something? Is what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, question number 3. Which Lower Decks cast member hosted the official Star Trek podcast?
Jason?
Connie Newsom.
That is correct.
That is correct. You are coming up fast behind Lars there, Jason. Well done. Question 4. Which Prodigy episode was dedicated to the memory of deceased Star Trek actors with the line, "Those who inspire us to go boldly"? Ooh. Those who inspire us to go boldly.
Apparently, some people are going to be busy on Christmas Day rewatching Prodigy.
I know. I was about to say we're the reason this happened.
All right. Anyone? No? We'll see if anyone in the chat gets it. There is a slight bit of delay in the chat, but that's fine. Let's go 5, 4, 3. Amy Nelson's got it. 2, 1.
Unable to comply.
Congratulations, Amy. It was the episode Kobayashi, which
Good.
has got Renee Auberjonois, Nichelle Nichols, and
Nichelle Nichols, is she Nichelle Nichols
No.
in it? I thought
No. Sorry.
No,
Still alive then.
it's Renee Auberjonois, Leonard Nimoy, and Gates McFadden.
Yes, and James,
Who's still
who's still alive? James has.
Yeah, just to be clear.
No one go and check on Gates. She's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was the only one who came back. Yeah.
That's how rumors get started. And that's
Oh dear. Well done, Amy, on getting Kobayashi. Good work. All right.
I knew Amy was going to be in there with it. I'm not.
Okay, so next question is a pretty easy one. Discovery seasons 3 and 4 are set in which century?
Lars?
31st.
Negative.
Not as easy as I thought. Clearing the buzzer.
Matt?
32nd.
That is correct.
That's great. You got to be quick, Jason. I saw that little like.
I know. I hesitate.
All right. So the next question. So we were talking about Nichelle Nichols before. Which episode of Strange New Worlds was dedicated to Nichelle Nichols? Amy is killing it in the chat with the answers.
Who would expect nothing less?
Exactly. Which episode of Strange New Worlds was dedicated to Nichelle Nichols? It was from this season. Yeah, I can see it's not it's not even on the tip of anyone's tongue. So we'll go 5.
I think I can see the episode. I think I can see the events of it. I can't think of the title.
Same.
All right, we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Unable to comply.
The Broken Circle, which was the season premiere of season 2. All right.
Just to correct things, Nichelle Nichols actually is in Kobayashi. I wanted to say that because people would be
They will
like,
come for you.
MC is a fake Uhura fan.
Yeah. You have her like above you several times, so I
I
feel
have
like
her everywhere.
yeah, you that's redeeming.
MC, would that make you a faux Hura fan?
Oh,
dear.
you go stand in the corner and think about what you did.
Oh dear. All right, so our question 7 of 9, we've got another 4 points up for grabs here. This one is not about the years that the episodes debuted. So this one is, can you name the 4 characters played by Kenneth Mitchell in Discovery?
Jason?
No. But I know he's
Oh,
the Kuvma, isn't he?
No.
Negative.
Who's the?
Wasn't he Mitch?
Oh dear. I can see Matt Harker is waiting to press that buzzer, so I am going.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna clear it. I'm gonna clear it.
Let her rip.
You're seeing the wrong thing. No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. I thought you. Kenneth Mitchell. He's played 4 characters in Discovery. Can you name any of them?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I know them, but I don't know their names. Andy was a bad guy.
Amy is.
Well, he wasn't and he wasn't.
Amy, you're close on your answer there, and when I read them out, you'll know why. 4 characters. No one even wants to guess. There's no harm in guessing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay,
Unable to comply.
Now that I already didn't do it, I can tell you at least the 2 or 3 of them, but the one, so I met him actually before Discovery even premiered, and he did play the Klingon that was like the instigation of the whole thing, right? The main guy, well, I want to say.
Correct.
And then he played that other Klingon in the like one that shows Pike the future and everything. But anyway, and then yeah. Okay.
So yes, so the characters he's played. So and we're getting a lot of sound off in the chat on this. So Amy, you said Core, but then you corrected yourself because it was Cole of House Core, which is correct. Lee, you're right as well. The Emerald Chain scientist, whose name was Aurelio. Ricard Picardo said Papa Cole because he also played Cole's father, Cole Sharp. Mm-hmm. And Jason, you mentioned the monk on Boreth, whose name was Tenevik.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I mean, that was a good kind of group therapy session. We all kind of got there in the end. So, well done us. Well done everyone in the chat. No points for anyone.
No points.
No points at all. All right. We've got 2 more questions. What is the name of the mysterious overseer of the mining colony in the first episode of Prodigy?
Matt?
The Diviner.
That is correct.
That is indeed correct. It is the Diviner. Well done. Final question for the Kurtzman era round. Lower Decks creator Mike McMahon is also associated with which other famous animated series?
Matt?
Bob's Burgers.
Negative.
Afraid not.
Lars?
Rick and Morty?
That is correct.
That is correct. Yes, Rick and Morty. And as MC pointed out to me, solar opposites would also be...
the far superior solar opposites.
I didn't get... solar opposites lost me after the first season. Like the first season, I was in hysterics the whole time, but I didn't quite keep me. But it was enjoyable.
I think that it gets better as it goes on. And there's a Star Trek fun fact that for some reason I can't find anywhere online, so I think I might have been the one to discover it. Terry in one episode wears a shirt that says, "My other show is a space trek." and I like looked online because I was like, this is an Easter egg and nobody has found it. So I'm like, shit, did I discover this?
You should update the Memory Alpha page or the IMDb page. And good work to Ricard Picardo as well, who also correctly pointed out that it was 2 shows, Solar Opposites and Rick and Morty. All right, we have made it to the end of the Kurtzman era. We've come to the end of the franchise, but we're going to do a slingshot around the sun soon and go into warp and go through all of them again for warp speed. But before we do, what's the leaderboard looking like, MC?
Okay, so last round was a little bit rough, but I think everybody kind of expected that to happen. So Lars got 1, Jason got 2, and Matt got 3, giving everybody going into warp speed fairly close scores, with Matt and Jason tied at 7 and Lars at 10.
Good work. Good work. All right, everyone. Brace yourselves. Let's switch on those inertial dampeners because we're going into warp. All right, it is time for warp speed. The warp speed round is 20 rapid fire questions coming at you one after the other. Continue to, please feel free to join along in the chat, but we will be going very fast. If I don't get an answer to any question within about 5 seconds, you'll get this.
Unable to comply.
And I will move on to the next question straight away. Hands on buzzers, let's go into warp. Question 1, Discovery was the first Star Trek series to be filmed where?
Jason?
Canada.
That is correct.
That is correct. Point for Jason. Good work. Question number 2. What Starfleet scientists first synthesized omega particles?
Unable to comply.
Matt?
Matt, you go.
Zimmerman.
Negative.
Cataract. Question 3. Ensign Robin Leffler's life lessons were referred to as what?
Unable to comply.
Leffler's laws. Question 4. In the original series, who was in command of the USS Farragut?
Unable to comply.
Captain Garovic. Question 5. How many sons did Rurapenthe have?
Lars?
2.
Negative.
I'll open it up.
Jason?
3.
That is correct.
Well done. Well done. It was 3. Good work. Question 6. On what starship was Janeway a command officer during the mid-2360s?
Matt?
Excelsior.
Negative.
Afraid not. Buzzer's open again.
Unable to comply.
The USS Billings. Question 7. In Enterprise, what class of ship was the USS Bozeman?
Unable to comply.
Ooh,
Matt?
NX.
Negative.
I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not. All right. We will move on to the next question.
The answer is Soyuz.
Oh, the answer is Soyuz. Yes. Thank you. I get so confused. What? Where? This
I
what's
got your
happening.
back, man.
Thanks. Lee, you're saying Albertani to the earlier question. Albertani, I think, was the ship her dad was on. I can't remember.
No, she was on.
No,
that
she was
ship,
first. She was a first officer. But anyway, we don't have time to
That's
debate it.
what I
Warp
was
speed.
thinking.
Yeah.
I have a question. I have
Yes.
a point of question. In the last question, did you say Enterprise? In Enterprise?
In Enterprise, yes. In Enterprise.
And I distinctly recall it that a ship of that name being Soyuz in TNG.
Ah, well, there you go. There you go. Obviously, the trend continued. Question 8, we're in warp. Which punk rock legend starred as Yelgrin in the episode The Magnificent Ferengi?
Matt?
Iggy Pop.
That is correct.
It was Iggy Pop. Well done, Matt. Well done. It's a point for Matt. Question 9, Robert McNeil reprised which character in the recent finale of Lower Decks?
Jason?
Nick Locarno.
That is correct.
Well
I
done.
haven't even.
Sorry.
That's all right. Everything's just falling to pieces. Inertial dampeners failing. Question 10, Enterprise ended in which year?
Matt?
2003.
Negative.
I'll open the buzzer up again.
Lars?
2005.
That is correct.
Well done. Well done.
That was when I stopped watching.
Discovery premiered in which year?
Matt,
2017.
That is correct.
Well done. Question 12. Kate Mulgrew is joined by which other Voyager cast member in Prodigy?
Jason,
Robert Beltran.
That is correct.
Well done. Oh my god, this is so exciting. Which crew member was aiding Seska after she left Voyager?
Unable to comply.
Jonas. Which DS9 cast member guest starred in Voyager as a young Kazon warrior?
Lars,
Let's say Garrett Wong.
Negative.
You'll think about that later. I'll open the buzzer up.
Hang on. Thank you.
Matt,
Aaron Eisenberg.
That is correct.
Well done. Well done. Okay, question 15. What was the name of the civil rights activist that Cisco took the place of?
Matt,
Gabriel Bell.
That is correct.
Oh my god, I've never seen this happen before. All right, question 6. In Star Trek Beyond, what damaged ship did Jayla use as her home?
Matt,
The Franklin.
That is correct.
Oh dear. Question 17. Malcolm Reed has a relationship with a waitress who worked at which club?
Unable to comply.
The 602 Club. Question 18. What was different about the computer voice in the episode Mirror Mirror?
Lars,
With male.
That is correct.
That is correct. All right. What was the name of the news program that Neelix created in the early seasons of Voyager?
Jason,
Voyager Today.
Negative.
I'll clear the buzzer.
Just made it up.
Unable to comply.
Good morning, Voyager.
Close.
All right. I am going to pull us out of warp because things are very, very, very close at the moment. But we do have a final question. Now, prior to today's episode, you were all asked to prepare an audition to be in the next iteration of Star Trek. Now, for your audition, we asked you to prepare a dramatic reenactment of one of your favorite scenes and or quotes from the series. Now, I'm assuming that you have all come prepared with a speech, right?
Baby, point of order. You didn't say favorite, you said iconic.
Iconic. Okay, all right.
I mean, iconic is fine.
Iconic is fine. All right, who would like to go first?
I will.
Go, Lars. Give us what you got.
It's a kind of a deep cut, and it's very, very short and sweet. Kirk, you do this. You'll never sit in the captain's chair again.
Nice. Yeah, very, very good. Very good. All right, keep track of this in the chat, everyone. Tell us what you love. Let's go, Matt. I'm going to nominate you to go next.
I'm with you every day, Geordi. Every time you look at that engine, you're looking at me. Every time you touch it, it's me.
MC's falling off a chair. I would have just liked it if you had, been touching yourself or something like that.
Gotta keep it PG-13, Davey.
Every time Geordi walks into engineering, just looks at the warp, go, "How you doing?"
All right, I can see from the background Jason's put on. I think I know what he might be wanting to do. Lee, I think Lee just really liked that last one. Amy's like, I'm dying. All right, Jason, what have you got?
Okay. No! I will not sacrifice the Enterprise. We've made too many compromises already, too many retreats. They invade our space, and we fall back. They assimilate entire worlds, and we fall back. Not again. The line must be drawn here! This far, no farther! And I will make them pay for what they've done.
Jason, I think you needed a second to come out of character just then. Like, I think you were going to grab the phaser. You were going to smash and break your little ships behind you there.
Yeah.
I was very tempted to just come in and just be like, you broke your little ships. I was there.
Okay, so look, let's sort of deliberate on this for a little bit, and whilst we're doing that, to let the chat catch up, chat, I want you to sound off on who you think should get the role, based on those three very different but very, very good auditions.
I feel like they're all so different that they would be auditioning for different characters.
Exactly. Yeah,
clearly.
Yeah.
I think Styles was just so misunderstood. I mean, the guy was very, totalitarian, but at the same time, he was an exceptionally dedicated Starfleet officer.
Oh dear! Wow. So, look, Lee Whitby said, Jason, that he definitely would have done the same monologue as you. So
that's
well
good.
done.
That actually was my first choice, but I knew I would never remember all of it, so I was like, what's shorter and could be really fun.
All right, so there's some votes coming in the chat now.
I had a longer one, like I said before, but it was the courtroom one from Drumhead, and it was just way, way, way too long.
So, look, this is up to MC now, because I don't know if you guys know this, but MC's decision here, for the first time ever in Treksperts quiz history, could decide the winner. Yeah. Because two of you are tied, and one of you is only 1 point behind the other two.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So, MC, who gets the point for their audition? Who gets the role?
Can we get some opinions from the chat?
So we are getting we're getting some votes for Matt. So we are definitely getting some votes for Matt. But Amy we've got 2 votes for Matt in the chat, although Amy has gone Jason. She said very different, tough choice, but she has to go for Jason. Ricard Picardo and Lee Whitby have both gone for Matt.
Oh man, this is the hardest decision I've ever made in my long and tenured career as a scorekeeper on Treksperts.
No pressure at all.
Yeah, I really loved Maz. Because I mean, like that was really good. But I have to go with Jason. Like that, I was riveted.
This is after I said I didn't like Kelvin, so that's an honest opinion on me. No, I'm kidding.
So,
you.
And we put us in a wonderfully interesting position.
We have.
I was the one behind.
You were.
But now
so,
it's tied.
So now it's tied. So I'm going to switch back into gameplay mode for a sec, because look at that, everyone. 12 points across the board. I think
12, 12.
12.
Yeah.
Each of you have got 12 points, which means you are all fabulous Treksperts. But
Yay.
we need a break glass. We need a break glass here. So I am going to pull down Obsessed with Star Trek. 2,700 questions by Chip Carter. And we're going to have a tiebreaker. So I'm going to randomly open this book to any question. And I'm just going to ask a random question, and the first person to buzz in and get it right is our Trekspert, is our winner for today. I agree, Amy. This is actually really cool. I love this. I wish this happened more often.
This is presuming that we'll get this right. Someone will get this right.
Yeah. Well, this could go on for a while, so
Yeah.
get comfortable. All right, are we ready? Hands on buzzers, guys. All right. All right. Okay, I'm on a page and I can see there's a picture of Janeway as what's her name, Chaotica or Brighter Chaotica here. I want to pick one that's a little challenging. All right. What is the name of the virtual construct that 1 in a million Borg drones can access and use to become individuals?
Matt?
Unimatrix Zero.
That is correct.
Well done.
I almost said vinculum. I'm like,
That's good. And no one really lost because now Lars and I are just tied, you know.
Yeah. Let's just gonna pop a 1 in there so that we see a 13 come up for Matt. Matt, well done. Well done all, by the way. First ever tie at the end of the Treksperts quiz. But Matt takes it away with the tiebreaker. Matt, would you like to give us your victory speech?
No.
every time you touch that engine, you're touching me. That's what did it.
Well done. That was a good fun game, and thank you so much. We had great participation in the chat as well. We've had Amy, Matt, Glenn, Lee, Ricardo Picard. So been great to have you all play along. Before we wrap up, though, let's do a little round of where everyone can find you all online. I will start with the wonderful MC Frodis.
You can find me as MC Frodis on all social media because branding is important. And every Thursday night on Strange New Pod. This week we are doing Star Trek V, so come to the live show and watch me be tortured.
Wow. Okay. If anyone's into that, all right, cool. And Jason, where can our listeners and viewers find you?
I am Anderson5280 on Instagram and JAA5280 on X, I guess. And yeah, Facebook. We run, which several members are here, the Federation group on Facebook. And yeah, it's great to be here again. Thanks for having me.
Amazing. Good to have you, Jason. And Lars?
You can find me across all of our socials at Red Shirt Geeks, and also you can see all of our archived content and live streams throughout the week at redshirtgeeks.tv.
And our winner, Matt Harker.
mhark957 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Threads. The Federation on Facebook, and also on Thursday nights in the Strange New Pod chat.
And I just want to thank all three of you for being associate producers of this show, by the way. My three wonderful BQN patron associate producers. You all jumped on board really early in the process. I remember when Mark White from BQN reached out and said, "You've got an associate producer." I think it was Matt was the first, and then you've got another associate producer. It was Lars. Oh no, you've got another one. It's Jason. So it really meant so much to me that you would love this program enough to become involved in that way. So thank you so very, very much. And to anyone else, if you might want to see yourself on here sometime, you can also fast track your way onto the quiz by becoming a patron by heading on over to patreon.com/BQN. Now, if those of you who are either watching this live today or watching the replay, if you were screaming out the answers whenever one of our Treksperts got it wrong and you think that you could do better, well, why not put your latinum where your mouth is and register to be a contestant by heading over to our website, trekspertsquiz.com. There's a little form right down the bottom of the site where you can register your interest to be on the program, and we generally get everyone who registers on pretty quickly. So if you would like to be on, we've got a few episodes filming and recording up between now and Christmas, and we are looking for guests. So please jump on. You can also follow the show on all the social medias. Facebook, X, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, by searching for the Treksperts Quiz. We're on all of them. You can also email us, trekspertsquiz@gmail.com. We welcome all your feedback, quiz ideas, or just to say hello, or to come for MC for being a terrible Nichelle Nichols fan. No, just kidding. You're an amazing Nichelle Nichols fan. So that is it for now. Make sure you tune in again next time. And be sure to leave us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts from. It does help others find the show. If you're watching here on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. Give the video a big thumbs up. And remember, until we see you again, that no matter what you do, and no matter where you go, make sure you go boldly. Live long and prosper, everyone. Thank you. It's been fun. Take care.
What shows are on BQN, you ask? Well, here's a rundown of some podcasts you might be interested in. All Good Things, a Star Trek Universe podcast covering all of Trek, hosted by Amy, Mark, Christos, and Kelvin. Bargain Bin Gamer, a YouTube show hosted by Davey, a self-proclaimed gamer who specializes in reviewing and showcasing affordable video games. If you're lost in the Delta Quadrant, check out The Captain's Couch, a Star Trek Voyager podcast hosted by Jeremiah sitting on Janeway's Ready Room couch. Cinema Z, a film discussion and review podcast showcasing films you probably missed but should definitely check out, hosted by Mark, Matt, and Laz. Beam Aboard the Galaxy Class, a Star Trek Next Generation podcast covering all of TNG, hosted by Amy, Joe, Rhea, and Kevin. History with the Zilagis, a snippet of historical events from around the world, hosted by Chrissy and Jason. For the newest Trek coverage, check out Infinite Diversity, hosted by Chrissy and Thad. Test your Trek knowledge with Treksperts Quiz, a Star Trek quiz show hosted and written by Davey. Union Federation, covering all things Star Trek and the Orville, which we all know is really a Star Trek show, hosted by Kyle, Kevin, Amy, and Haley. Spill the Tea with What's the Tea, Bev, a Trek current events and fan interview show hosted by Christos. And for our Patreon members, we have The Hive Mind, BQN's monthly roundtable discussion with hosts and listeners. It's Green, a cornucopia of topics hosted by Mark. And Amy's Math Moments, a quick look at math moments in Star Trek, hosted by Amy. We know you have a choice of podcasts to choose from, and we thank you for listening to BQN. Assimilate the audio.
Double T Media.